A thread by Brian Cates. He, ha, 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 ho, ho, ho. Kyle Cheney tweets, just in, Pelosi, Schiff, Warner, Schumer, asking the FBI for an all-Congress briefing after learning of specific intelligence about a foreign influence operation aimed at Congress. Richard Grinnell responds, Gang of Eight and others impacted were already briefed weeks ago. This request is a CYA, aka cover your ass. Brian begins. I'd give you 3 guesses what that foreign influence operation aimed at influencing Congress was and who was most active in being influenced by it, but you're only going to need 1 guess, won't you? For years, Russiagate truthers in the media and Congress told everybody that it was Devin Nunes and Jim Jordan and Mark Meadows being influenced by the Russian disinformation known as, drumroll please, SpyGate. That's not what happened. From the earliest days, people with their heads screwed on right were wondering if Steele was being used to feed the FBI Russian disinformation from the Kremlin to target Donald Trump, General Flynn, Carter Page, and others. This was revealed months ago that serious intel professionals were warning that the Steele dossier was riddled with Russian disinformation, and the FBI, State Department, CIA, and others were briefing members of Congress about it as if it were real and had been verified. People like, let's say, these 2 losers, John McCain, Harry Reid. And so now, now Schumer and Pelosi, Warner, and most of all, Schiff, are suddenly screaming for the FBI to come brief them about something they are claiming they just learned right this very minute. Notice what Grinnell said there. The briefing that Pelosi, Schiff, Schumer, and Warner were all loudly asking for right now already happened weeks ago. And notice what he says. It was the Gang of Eight and others who were impacted that received that briefing. Now, let me draw your attention to one of the most curious aspects of this whole SpyGate scandal. A patriot who was an actual, real, live, honest-to-God CIA asset who had just helped break up a Russian spy ring and put a Russian spy in jail was turned into a Russian agent. Now, we all know at this point, for the FBI Crossfire Hurricane team to pull off the amazing magic trick of morphing Carter Page, intrepid CIA asset, into a dirty, rotten, no-good spy, they had to do 2 things. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. 1, they had to hide the fact that the CIA had directly told them Page was their asset, a good guy doing good work, and 2, they had to sneak Steele's fake anti-Page allegations from God knows where into the FISA warrant and get it approved without it being verified or challenged. The sudden call for a briefing by the top Dems in Congress has to do with the second thing, where the fake allegations in the FISA warrant actually came from. Steele got away with claiming for 3.5 years it came from his subsource with his own intel network. Well, guess what? We now know the guy who Steele claimed as his source for the Carter Page is a Russian agent allegations in that FISA warrant has disavowed being the source. We learned this in I.G. Horowitz's FISA abuse report in December, where Steele actually got that allegation passed on to the FBI is now very, very important. He did not, in fact, get it from think tank Russian expert Igor Danchenko. Danchenko has told the FBI he never told Steele Page was a Russian agent or provided any evidence. This brings up a mic drop of a possibility. Steele used a Russian source he has been hiding all this time for the Carter Page allegations. Danchenko was a fake cutout. Somebody Steele could name as the source to the FBI while hiding the real source. A paid political operative working for the Hillary Clinton campaign getting handed actual Russian disinformation to accuse Carter Page of being a Russian agent, giving it to the FBI, who then used it in a surveillance warrant, would be the epic reveal that this scandal deserves.